Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Shemar Moore isn't simply a cherished entertainer. He's a man carrying on with a daily existence of extravagance with a total asset that mirrors his times of progress in Hollywood. Moore has gathered a noteworthy chateau and a fortunate vehicle assortment that matches his elite status. Yet how did this previous youthful and the anxious star transform his appeal and ability into such an unprecedented way of life? Today we're taking you inside Shemar Moore's reality, his total assets, his rich home, and the vehicles that total his high-profile life. Stay tuned as we plunge deeply into the life and adolescence of one of Hollywood's best. Shemar Moore is a notable American entertainer who has likewise had a fruitful vocation as a design model throughout the long term. He has constructed a standing for his ability and appeal, which have procured him significant jobs in well-known network programs and motion pictures. His persistent effort and devotion to his art have taken care of assisting him with gathering a total of $16 million in assets. Shemar Moore was brought into the world on April 20, 1970, in Oakland, California, to guardians Marilyn Wilson and Sherrod Moore, his mom. Marilyn filled in as an educator. What's more, his dad Sherrod was of African-American plummet Shemar's mom, then again and was brought into the world in the Roxbury neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts, and had a blended foundation being of Irish and French-Canadian legacy. When Shemar was only a newborn child, she moved with him to Denmark, and at 4 years old they migrated to Bahrain. In Bahrain, Shemar went to an English tuition-based school until he was 7 years of age. This global childhood was affected by his mom's choice to move to another country, which she made incompletely due to the common distress and bigotry in the U.S. during the 1970s, as well as the difficulties of interracial connections being disapproved of at the time. Shemar's grandma, who assumed a huge part in his life, came from Quebec City in Canada, adding one more layer to his rich social foundation. In 1977, in the wake of expenditure quite a long while abroad, Shemar Moore and his mom got back to the U.S. and got comfortable at Chico, California. There, his mom worked at a nearby facility. Before long, they moved to Palo Alto, a city known for its emphasis on instruction and development. As a youngster, Shemar gave indications of being profoundly gifted and skilled, succeeding in his examinations and exercises. He went to the NOA school in Hillsborough, California, which is known for its accentuation on supporting the capacities of brilliant understudies. Subsequently, Shemar moved on from Firearms Secondary School in Palo Alto, where he proceeded to feature his capacities both scholastically and in extracurricular pursuits. Shemar Moore's abilities broadened past going about as he was. Likewise, a gifted competitor, he procured an athletic pursuits grant to go to St. Nic Clara College, where he played varsity baseball for each of the 4 years during his time in the group. He succeeded both as a pitcher and an outfield defender, showing his flexibility and devotion to the sport while seeking after his athletic vocation. Shemar additionally centered around his scholastics, procuring a 4-year certification in liberal arts degree in correspondences. Furthermore, he minored in theater expressions, which would later end up being an urgent starting point for his acting profession. Shemar Moore is maybe generally well known for his long-running job as Malcolm Winters on the hit CBS cleanser show The Youthful and the Fretful, a person he played for north of 10 years. His experience on the show hardened his place as a commonly recognized name in media outlets in 2004. After at first wanting to leave the show, Shemar made a revisitation of Y&RIU, much to the pleasure of fans. Anyway, following a couple of months, he chose to downsize his contribution, ultimately dropping to a common status before formally leaving the show in September 2005. Pondering his experience with the show in 2007, Shemar expressed, "My time is done on Y&R. I did 8 strong years as Malcolm." His takeoff denoted the end of a critical section in his vocation, yet it likewise permitted him to seek after new opportunities and extend his acting profession past the drama world. While Shemar Moore was making a name for himself on The Young and the Restless, he was additionally growing his profession in different areas of amusement. From 1999 to 2003, he assumed the job of host for the partnered variant of the well-known music series Soul Train, displaying his adaptability and fascination. Past acting: in 2001, Shemar acting featured in the Element film, The Siblings, a lighthearted comedy where he played one of the lead jobs. He additionally showed up in the television series Flying Predators from 2002 to 2003, depicting criminal investigator Jeezy. Reese, which permitted him to investigate a more activity-arranged job in 2004, Shemar proceeded to differentiate his acting vocation with the film Thought Processes, where he played Emery Sims, imparting the screen to stars like Vivis Fox and B. Brilliant Creeks. That very year, he additionally showed up in Journal of a Distraught Dark Person of Color, a generally welcomed film in which he had a supporting job. Furthermore, Shemar displayed his comedic side in the rom-com The Seat Filler Close By, Kelly Rowland and Dwayne Martin in 2005. Shemar Moore joined the cast of the hit wrongdoing show Criminal Personalities, where he depicted Derek Morgan, an intense yet empathetic FBI specialist. His job rapidly turned into a fan number one, and Shemar's depiction of Morgan procured him a devoted following throughout the long term. He showed up in a sum of 251 episodes, turning into a focal piece of the show's achievement. Anyway, in Walk 2016, subsequent to being with Criminal Personalities for more than 10 years, Shemar concluded the time had come to continue on his takeoff. It came in episode 18 of season 11, named A Delightful Debacle, denoting the finish of his notorious job in spite of leaving the show. Shemar's experience on Criminal Personalities stays one of the champion sections of his vocation, as he established himself as a main man in TV with his solid presentation and profound association with the displaying character. In February 2017, it was reported that Shemar Moore would star in another CBS series called SW, which depends on both the 2003 film and the exemplary 1975 TV series, The Show, which highlights Shemar as a serious, also devoted cop. It immediately acquired prevalence for its activity press storylines and solid person improvement. Shemar's exhibition as Sergeant Daniel Hondo Harrelson has been lauded for carrying profundity and genuineness to the job. SMAC has since become a significant accomplishment, with the series recording 8 seasons up to this point, demonstrating that Shemar's capacity to lead a show keeps on dazzling crowds. In June 2021, Shemar Moore took on a new, thrilling job, joining the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 as Randall, handling a person that adds one more layer of energy to the famous computer game E-Variation. This job permitted Shemar to step into the universe of family-friendly diversion, displaying his adaptability as an entertainer in a high-energy activity press climate. Notwithstanding this, Shemar likewise turned into the essence of a progression of silly ads for Pacom, where he plays the pointless activity. Legend, previously becoming famous as an entertainer, Shemar Moore filled in as a model during his school years. His striking looks and solid presence assisted him with hanging out in the displaying business, prompting him being endorsed by DNA Model Administration, one of the top organizations. Situated in New York City, this open door allowed him the opportunity to exhibit his model abilities in different design missions and magazines. One of the features of his displaying profession came in Walk 2009. When he showed up on the front of Men's Wellness magazine. His appearance on the cover not only featured his physical wellness, but also established his status as a rising star with both a solid demonstrating foundation and the sort of mystique that would later make an interpretation of a ways into his acting vocation. Shemar Moore's ability and difficult work have been perceived with various renowned honors. All through his profession, he has won 8 NAACP Picture Grants, which celebrate extraordinary accomplishments by individuals of variety in media outlets. These honors feature his outstanding abilities and his capacity to associate with crowds through his different jobs. In 2000, he acquired the profoundly desired Daytime Emmy grant for Remarkable Supporting Entertainer in a show series for his great work on The Youthful and The Fretful, where he depicted Malcolm Winters. This success denoted a critical achievement in his profession, exhibiting his ability and hardening his place in daytime TV. In 2016, he was moreover named for a group's decision grant for his job on Criminal Personalities, further exhibiting the public's reverence for his work with total assets of $16 million. Shemar Moore has positively influenced the amusement world, and his rich houses mirror his prosperity. Have you at any point thought about what his home seemed to be? Go along with us as we take you on a selective visit through the great properties he possesses that exhibit the style and class that match his character house in California. Shemar Field's California Manor is a genuine impression of his prosperity and way of life. Situated on a pleasant tree-lined road in Sherman Oaks, the home sits on a half-section of land and offers a staggering mix of extravagance, solace, and family warmth, bought for $5.8 million. Thanks for watching this video.